that they might say that their tour is wheelchair accessible. However, you may need to negotiate, say, 2 or 3 steps up into the bus. And I mean, that's just not a realistic ask for someone who's in a wheelchair.
Fiona Donaldson is a wheelchair user, and while travelling the world, she's had her fair share of inaccessible holidays.
I've been put in goods lifts before in restaurants to get, or had to go through the kitchen to, for access for me just to go and have a meal. It's just crazy, and that's in Australia.
It's inspired her to work as a disability travel advisor for supported travel experiences.
1 in 5 Australians have a disability. Let's get together and make it easier for everyone. I mean, it's not about just putting in an accessible toilet or a ramp. It's about also educating staff to be disability aware at the same time.
She is calling for a national framework for businesses to ensure that they are accessible.
So if you're a wheelchair user and you want to go and enjoy the pool, well, you can't, unless you can walk over steps.
I set up a travel blog called Wheel Around the World, and some of the videos have had up to 10 million views.
Wow.
I can roll into the bathroom. You got no idea how happy this makes me.
And it highlights the challenges of people with disabilities travelling with disability, from flying to accommodation to footpaths and even cruise ships.
Meanwhile, Shane is calling on the Australian government to mandate minimum airline accessibility standards.
I want to see the government set a minimum standards for how people with disabilities book, how many wheelchairs get to go on a flight, and mandate that there's a hoist at every gate, training for airlines and airline staff about how to interact and support people with disabilities.
As advocates call for change, Mrs. Donaldson said it's best to contact properties or tourism operators to check that they are accessible.
So everything from door widths to toilet heights, things like that. I ask for photos as well, so that's a really good thing to do, is to ask the hotels for photos, and then you can make a judgment yourself whether that's going to be suitable for you or not.